welcome to Verba. So often I come across people who tell me that they can't sing, or that tell me they really, really want to be a singer, a professional singer, but that they're not good enough. Or they're asking me, how do I make it happen? Will I ever be any good? The answer is, yes, you can sing. Yes, you will be able to sing. And yes, you can be good and be a professional singer if you want to be. Serious question. Is there a problem with your hearing? If the answer is no, then there is nothing holding you back. Let's just get this straight. The voice is a muscle, and like any other muscle in the body, as long as there's nothing wrong with it, if you don't have a deformed voice, which most people don't, you don't have a problem with your hearing, then there is nothing stopping you from improving and strengthening the performance of that muscle. If you wanted to be a runner, what you'd have to do is get out there in your running shoes, and you would have to learn the techniques, and you would have to run and run and run and run. And it will be frustrating, and it'll seem to take a long time, and sometimes you'll feel like giving up. But eventually, over time, through the tiredness and through the frustration, you will be a good runner. You'll definitely be a much better runner than when you first started out. So apply that to your voice. I mean, you might not end up being the next Linford Christie or the next Mo Farah, but you will be better than you were. One thing you have to bear in mind is you are unique. Your voice is your instrument. Just the same as my voice is my instrument, and our instruments are different. My throat will be a different size to yours, my neck will be a different length to yours. You may have more teeth or less teeth, or I have quite a short stubby tongue, you may have a longer tongue, and it makes such a difference to the overall sound, just like the difference between a French horn and a trumpet. They have different diameters and different shapes going on, and therefore the sound, when it finally comes out, is different. Now, you cannot make one thing sound exactly the same as another. So if you're desperate to sound like Leona Lewis or Luther Vandross or whoever it is, Sam Smith, George Ezra, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, if you're desperate to sound like them, then you might be giving yourself difficult goals to achieve. What I would suggest is just to concentrate on the uniqueness of your voice. You can make your voice good. You can definitely make your voice better. So concentrate on that rather than thinking, I have to sound like that person, because that's really difficult. You can train your voice to be good, but you cannot really change your instrument or the tone, the tonality of your voice. You can improve on what you've got, but you can't change it. So accept it and love it and train what you've got. So how do I know that you can improve your voice? Well, I know because of my own experience as a singer and as a teacher. When I was a teenage girl, I loved singing. I sang every single day. I couldn't wait to get home from school and college so that I could sing and sing and sing into the late hours of the night. And people told me that I sounded awful, that I sounded like a cat was being killed, and all those horrible things that people say. I then got into a band, and I would go on stage and people would boo me off. I used to sing in front of children, and the children would cry. That's how bad my voice was. After a lot of practice and guidance and exercise and just a complete determination to succeed, I finally have a reasonable voice. I don't sound like Mariah Carey. I can't sound like Whitney Houston. I can't belt like Jennifer Hudson. But I can sing well. And for me, that's all that matters. I got into the Royal Academy of Music. I got to sing on the Royal Albert Hall. I sang with Elton John. I've done some amazing things with some amazing people, and I enjoy singing because I feel like I have control of my voice. So if I can do it, then you definitely can. It just takes time and passion. So I don't want to hear any more excuses. If you want it, you will make it happen. You can't practice enough. People ask me regularly, how often should I practice? When I was working on cruise ships, I would sing for 5, 6, 7 hours a day sometimes, and that would happen 6 days a week. My voice was tired, but I would only ever rest if it actually hurt. So if you get a pain in your throat when you're working, that's when to stop. Perhaps if you're unwell, if you have a cold, then take it easy on the voice, because that's when you're more likely to strain it. But otherwise, work, work, work. You're only going to get better the more time and practice you put in. So as long as you're only slightly vocally tired, that's fine. Just not pain. No pain. We don't do pain. Pain is bad. Okay, well, I hope you found that inspiring. I really hate to think of people not going for their dreams because someone's told them they can't. That's rubbish. Go out there. Go do those singing exercises. Go and belch your little heart out and forget what people say. They're just jealous. Ignore them. Go and do your thing. There are plenty of exercises on this channel, so why not actually go and discover some of the singing exercises that I've put up. In fact, a lot of the singing exercises I've recorded are ones that I use to improve my voice at my time at the Royal Academy. Go do it. Go on. Go and subscribe and then check out some of the singing exercises.